Hello everyone, my name is Michael and this is my debate presentation. Our topic is that is race equality in sport already developed well or does it still have a long way to go? We think this topic is worthy of debate because sport has many controversial issues when it comes to race. And players nowadays can enter professional leagues by their talents, abilities instead of their races. My position is race equality in sports still has a long way to go, while the opposite position is race equality is already developed well. And just mine will discuss the diversity within young, intercollegiate, and professional sports to support her position. These are the three statements that I use to support my position. First, racial discrimination still happens in sports. Second, some races are still the majorities or the minorities in certain kinds of sports. Third, most of the managerial positions in professional sports are still occupied by whites. For a long time, Asian American who plays basketball will be called Yao Ming, and they will be called German Lin recently after the phenomenon of Linsanity. In fact, German Lin himself could be a victim of racial discrimination. And for example, fans have been talking about video of the Brooklyn Nets player not getting the proper treatment other players receive from referees in the court. And even Germany has already played in the NBA for 6 seasons, including a year that Linsanity became the global phenomenon. The security staff still couldn't recognize him and asked him to show the credential when he was in Charlotte Hornets. Even team owners could get involved in racial discrimination also. For example, the ex-owners of Clippers, uh, Donald Sterling, was forced to sell the team because of his racist statement in 2014. And Bruce Stevenson also sold out of his shares of Atlanta Hawks because he mentioned in a mail that the value of white fans are higher than which of the black fans. And besides, racial staking also exists in sports. Racial staking can be defined as placing athletes in certain positions based on racial stereotypes, which in my opinion is another way to present racial discrimination. And the form below shows that from 2009 to 2013, white players are the majorities of quarterback and center, while African American are the majorities of running back and wide receiver in offense. And African American are the majorities of all positions in defense in National Football League. Another situation in sport is that some races are still the majorities in certain kinds of sport. The three forms below shows the diversity in Major League Baseball, National Basketball Association, and National Football League in 2016. In Major League Baseball, white and Latino players are majorities compared to other races. Also, Ichiro has made himself a legend and became the career hit world record holder. Asian players still account for a very small proportion in MLB. There are only 13 Asian players in Major League Baseball in 2016. And African American is the majority in NBA. There are 333 African American players in NBA that accounts for 74.3% of all the players in the league in the season of 2015 to 2016. And National Football League is almost the platform of white and African American. They account for 97.1% of all of the players in the league in 2016. The situation of racial majority not only happens in players but also league office staff. Statistics shows that white is the majority in the league office of Major League Baseball, National Basketball Association, and National Football League. More than 65% of the league office staff in the three above leagues are white. The final statement that I use to support my position is that most of the managerial positions in professional sports are still occupied by whites. 27 of 30 managers in Major League Baseball, 26 of 30 general managers in National Basketball Association, and 26 of 32 head coaches in National Football League are white people. And almost 97% of the team owners in the three leagues are white, and most of the CEO and president positions are still occupied by white also. And I think the extreme phenomenon in managerial positions shows that race equality in sport hasn't reached the real equality when it comes to the unequal relationship caused by one's different hierarchy and power. Just like the cases of Donald Sterling and Bruce Stevenson I mentioned. Even the team owner himself could be a racist. So it will be a critical task for sport manager to handle the staff-owner relationship. So my conclusion is that there are some situations still need to be improved in sport. First, cases of racial discrimination and racial staking still exist. Second, some races are still the majority groups in terms of numbers and proportions of players and staff in certain sports. Third, most of the managerial positions in professional sports are still occupied by whites. I think it's important for sports managers to take racial diversity into serious concern because you have the chance to work with players, coaches, and staffs of different races and different countries. A sport manager must understand the situation of racial majority nowadays and try to eliminate racial discrimination behaviors to let everyone find out their suitable positions and work in a comfortable workplace. To sum up, also racial diversity have made a progress in sport industry during the years. In my opinion, that's not enough. I think race diversity in professional sports still needs to be improved. And race equality hasn't reached the real equality either, which means that race equality in sports still has a long way to go. And these are the references that I used to do my presentation and paper. Thank you for listening to my presentation.